So I've got this investing coach. I shared my idea to him. Okay, then he told me something that is so powerful that changed my life forever, and I'm still practicing. Hey everyone, welcome to Empowered Liion.
This channel is about guiding you to live a life you desire by integrating your passion into your career.
We want to show you how you can make enough money while doing what you truly love. It is not a myth.
And we are doing this right now.
Awesome. Now, some of you may notice that we have already started our YouTube channel, Empowered Liion, for half a year. And I think right now it is the time for us to do an introduction of ourselves.
Yeah, so what this channel is about, we are doing a series of podcasts and videos teaching people or giving you some knowledge about how we can integrating our passion into career, because nowadays we realize that a lot of people are educated that we can never turn our passion into a career. We make no money from it. But we are going to show you how we can use our passion to turn it into a career that can provide you a stable income, but not forgetting physical and mental wellness at the same time.
Yeah, and not just about this, if you have noticed that our previous videos, we were actually focusing on the AI tools that you can use. So while doing your career that is in your passion, okay, we will also show you how you can use AI tools to achieve the results faster.
Yep. So, Daniel, would you like to share more about like why this channel is created through your story?
All right. Now, I will just begin with my backstory, like way before this channel was started. Yeah, so actually in 2018, I've been studying in one of the universities in Singapore. I was the top engineering student, and I actually graduated with like first class honors, which is the highest distinction, okay, that is awarded in the university. And what happened was that I even secured a high-paying engineering job in the semiconductor industry. Okay, so I was a process engineer even before graduation.
Oh, but I have a question. Like you mentioned that you got a first class in your university, right? And then you got a high pay engineering job in a semiconductor industry as well. Is it in Singapore, your job, your previous job?
Yeah, yeah, it was in Singapore.
Oh,
So I was studying in Singapore and I got a job in Singapore. And I can tell you one thing, because the job right, that I had, it was really merit-based, mean to say they give you the salary based on what class you got, okay, from the degree itself. So for the first class back then, my starting salary was actually 4,000 Singapore dollars, which was like above average in the industry. Okay, while for the second upper, second lower, they all had lower salaries. Okay, so the thing was that I actually joined the company, okay, with the highest starting pay, with the overtime pay as well. Okay, so I was pretty happy, like I was really happy that I got a job. But after joining the company, okay, that was when the real drama started. Okay, I believe most of you guys listening, okay, you also have the same feeling. Okay, so when I joined the company, right, uh, initially it was still okay. Okay, the first few months, like it was still the honeymoon period for myself. Okay, but after I got into the real job, okay, the real task, okay, that I needed to do, I realized that every single person was doing overtime in the company. Okay, that was really crazy.
why are you working OT like? Is it every day?
Yeah, so I can tell you that the official office hour stated in the contract, right? It was like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, that is the working hours. Then if I were to leave at 5 p.m. in the office, I will be the first one to leave. Then if if my colleagues see me like leaving at 5, they will thought that they will think that I was taking a half day leave or something like that. So it was that crazy because the workload is like very high.
Oh, but I don't really understand this because you say that your working hour is actually from 8 to 5. But at 5 o'clock in the evening, no one is gonna leave the office except you.
Yeah,
Are they
yeah.
really busy or they are pretending they are busy?
So the nature of that company is that they'll give you a lot of work to do. And and not just about that, there are also daily meetings, weekly meetings, any update meetings. So typically people will be joining the meetings for about 75% of their official working hours. Then they are only left with just 25% of their time to do the work. Of course, they cannot finish it. So that's why they have to continue into the overtime, okay, to complete the work. So the thing was that we were paid by doing OT. So it also explains that why some of them they love to do OT. Okay, the money was really good. Okay, but in terms of career growth, it was like pretty bad because we are just like the robot. Okay, we are just doing what was told to do. Okay, then for me, right, uh not actually not just for me, okay, but for everybody, right? We are always being evaluated by our managers. Okay, so we will have a weekly review, okay, with our managers. Okay, then we'll be told about our performance for this week. Okay, and we also have to submit a weekly report. Okay, so just move on. Okay, so the life there, I wasn't enjoying myself doing that. Then what I want is that I want to take ownership of my life. Okay, I don't want to keep being measured by others because I want to live happily. I like money is not my first goal. Okay, it is not my priority. Okay, I want to live happily. I don't want to being constantly evaluated by others. Okay, I want to give myself my own ratings. Okay, so this is what I want.
Oh, actually, I support with you also because even you got a lot of money from OT, right? But I don't think you will get enough rest at the same time, and eventually, your health will be affected though.
Yeah, yeah, that is true. So I actually wanted to leave like very very short after I started work. Okay, so I spent for quite a few months there. Okay, I already knew that I'm going to leave the place. Okay, but I didn't know how to leave. Okay, because if I leave, okay, then all my salary will be gone. Okay, I will have no income whatsoever. Okay, so back then, right, I started to spend money, okay, on seminars and workshops about investing and making money online. Yeah, I actually spent more than 5 figures USD, okay, on attending all these seminars.
Wow,
So
that's a
some
lot.
courses like yeah, some of the courses I attended, okay, they were like terrible. Okay, they just gave the information that is in the internet. Okay, I can search for it. Okay, so I feel more lost. Okay, that time I feel more lost after attending those courses and frustrated. Okay, but some of them they were really helpful. Okay, because they were the advice, right? Okay, the guidance strategies. Okay, it is proven by the coaches. Okay, so they've done it, okay, then they show it to me. Okay, so I think it is good. Okay, but each experience taught me something, okay, even though it is just a small lesson.
So you are paying for like different courses, and from different courses, you get a piece from like to complete a puzzle, right? So when you have done all the courses, then you can finally build a like complete puzzle.
Yeah, that is true. And because I learned many different ways to make money, and I felt like I actually felt like no, I have got the knowledge and I've got the strategy, the tools to start doing my own thing already. So after just 8 months, right, working as an engineer, I quitted my job without another income back then. Okay, so I was thinking about this. Okay, because when I quitted the job, right, okay, I was thinking if I had no more money already, okay, I can always go back to work. Okay, but I will have no time and energy to pursue what I want anymore later in my life if I don't quit my job right now. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
I
that, that was
totally
the first
agree
step.
with you because in my opinion, right, I think if you do not have any money, you can always try a lot of solutions to make money from it, as long as you are willing to do something. But
Mm.
if you really have no time or energy, right? For example, you have spent like 10 to 20 years working on something that you don't like, then suddenly you realize that you love something else. Then you're trying to do that, but you realize that you cannot get that 20 years back. I think instead of wasting, like, if you ask me if I choose, I have no money and no time, right? Or no energy, I would rather I have no money. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. So, what I did next, right, was that no, I want to do something else that is not just my job, okay, because no, working as an employee is the least that I want to do. Okay, so after I quit my job, okay, what I tried was that I actually opened an e-commerce store. Okay, so because back then there's this term, it was very popular. It is called drop shipping. Meaning to say I'm selling products online, okay, but I don't keep the inventory in my warehouse or my home. Okay, so whenever there is a person submitted an order, okay, then I will order from the supplier to ship the product directly straight to the customer. Okay, so that was what I was doing. So, doing that e-commerce business, right? Okay, initially it was really making me some money. Okay, I was really happy, okay, because that was the first ever income that I ever had, by doing a business myself. Okay, but after a while, right, I actually kind of lost money. Okay, because my main strategy on acquiring customer, acquiring traffic, okay, it is through advertisement. Okay, so I paid a lot of money in advertising. Okay, so that was when my advertising cost is actually higher than the profit that I had. Okay, so it was just a few months time. Okay, I actually did did the e-commerce store for about like 4 to 5 months. Okay, before it became a loss. Okay, so that's why I quitted. Okay, I just shut down my e-commerce store.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's good also because since I think you are very smart because you didn't stock up all the stocks in your house, right? You just so yeah, basically just helping your customers to order from another store and you get money from like in between the process. I think that's very smart and yeah, as long as it doesn't cause any effect, like you have to let go all the stocks. I think that's fine.
Yeah, because this model it was really good in the sense that we are kind of broadcasting what products are available to the people who might not know this product is existing. Can may probably be because one of the products that I promoted, okay, it was a pillow. Okay, a pillow that is helpful for neck problems. Okay, so for some of the people out there, okay, the audience, okay, maybe they have some neck problems while sleeping. Okay, but they don't know how to solve it. Okay, so I'm advertising to them. I show them that this product can help to solve their problem. Okay, if they bought the product and it does really help them in solving the neck problem, okay, then it is a win-win situation. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let me just continue, okay, with my journey.
Mm-hmm.
So my e-commerce store, it was a failure, I would say. Okay, then my next journey, it is Forex trading. Yeah. So the backstory why I started this forex trading was that I actually met this coach who teaches forex trading, but he is a weird person. Yeah. So why he's weird is that because for usual courses, right, it was just like maybe like 2 day courses or some video courses, then they will show you the strategy, then you just go and repeat after the strategy, that you will work. Okay, but for this coach, right, how he taught me was that he actually didn't give me the answer. He showed me the way, but he didn't give me like what is the best way or the best strategy. Okay, then he asked me to go and back test and go and do assignments. Meaning to say, I have to look at the price chart, okay, of a certain currency pairs, and then I need to do different back testing on that. Okay, for example, moving average or support resistance and so on. Okay, so I was actually doing that for like 10 hours a day. Okay, because he said that everyone has got different strategies. Okay, everyone has got different method, okay, on profiting in the forex world. Okay, so you cannot just depend on like what one person says it works. Okay, then it will work for you. Okay, because what happened was that there are certain trends. Okay, there are market situations in the forex world. Okay, so maybe this person uses strategy A, okay, and then it works. Okay, but you don't know how long it will work. Okay, probably it will work for maybe just 2 to 3 months, or maybe it will work whenever there is a downtrend. Okay, so the coach told me that I need to develop different strategies for different market situation.
Did you make money from it?
Yeah, so what happened was that uh the 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 stage, right, okay, of me backtesting was that initially I backtest using demo account, meaning to say fake money. Okay, so on fake money, I was actually making profit, okay, on the strategies that I developed myself. Okay, but when I switched to real account, it actually lost money. I also don't know why, okay, it is really weird for me.
Yeah, because I think sometimes demo account is like controlled by the system, right? They'll let you feel like, okay, yeah, earning some money, so time to use some real money to test it out. Then how do you feel? Because I understand that at the point of time, you actually do not have any other job other than doing the forex trading.
Yeah, so for the real account, I actually lost money, and yeah, it was after a few months as well. Okay, I quitted, okay, because I cannot take any more losses on that forex. Okay, so I was really stressful, okay, to be honest. Okay, because I don't have any other job like you mentioned. Okay, it was very stressful, and my bank account, the balance, right, it has been depleting very fast. Okay, because I still have to pay for my expenses, all that. Okay,
Oh,
so yeah, so it was one of the darkest moment for myself.
then do you go to look for other solution like instead of forex trading, like what else you can do to make more money, at least to like
Yeah.
support you for a short while?
Yeah, that is an interesting question. Yeah, as I told you, right, I had attended so many other courses, okay, so I know like 100 ways to make money. So the next thing that I tried was actually investing in the stock market. Yeah, and also there's this special tool that I learned. It is called options investing. Yeah,
Mhm.
so I tried that as well. Okay, and initially I lost money as well. Okay, so whatever that I do, I lost money. Okay, so I don't know why I'm so unlucky. Okay, but yeah, but this time around, okay, when I lost that money, right, okay, my account balance get like less and less. I was like really depressed. Okay, but based on the previous experiences, okay, because I've created at least 2 times, okay, I created on my e-commerce store, I created on Forex. Okay, so I tell myself that no, why not? I just stick to this thing, okay, about stock investing and options. Yeah, so I stick to it. Okay, when I'm losing money, okay, I go back and review, okay, what I've done, okay, to make sure that I don't repeat the same mistakes again. Okay, and finally, my losses become profits. Yeah, so I was like extremely happy. Back then.
Yeah, I can truly understand your feeling. Like you have losing so many money over these few months, right? Then you finally got some money coming in. Then the feeling is like, oh my God, I finally did this.
Yeah, yeah. So that was the exciting moment for me lah. Okay, and eventually I got to make some money. Okay, but the next problem actually came to me. Okay, the problem is that although I can make money on the from the stock market, okay, but the profit, right? Okay, it was a passive kind of income. Okay, because I cannot control what I want the market to move. Okay, the market can move wherever it wants. Okay, the stock price can move wherever it wants. Okay, so my profit is purely dependent on what is happening. okay, in the stock market. It is not by myself. Okay? So I was
Yeah.
actually thinking how to make money like actively.
Oh, how do you like make investing as your like, for example, you do it full time, or I have no idea about this. Tell me more about it, please.
Yeah. So I was very into researching the companies, okay, because I after that I actually got very obsessed, okay, with stock investing, and especially about it. It is not about like stock trading anymore, okay, but it is about like investing in the companies that I believe in. Okay, so I spent a lot of time, okay, to do research on the companies and so on. Yeah. So you can call me like a full-time of an investor, okay, but the income is not full-time, okay, because the income, as I told you, it is like dependent on the market, okay, so I need like full-time income, okay, so I was thinking on how to make money, like how do I make an active income, okay, out of investing. Okay, then I realized that I actually love to do research. Okay, I love to dig deep about what the company does, get the financial reports and the future growth trends uh, and all these things, right? Okay, I've got the knowledge, okay, about what these companies does. Okay, then I also love sharing my knowledge. Okay, so I decided to become an investing coach. Okay, because I want because when I learn something, it is my own knowledge. Okay, but if I share it to other people, everyone can benefit from it.
Oh, but um, what I based on my own knowledge, especially during the COVID, like there are a lot of investing coaches out there. Then how do you manage to make money from this career?
Yeah, that this one, right? Okay, it is very very interesting, okay, because there are a lot of investing coaches who are already very successful, okay, in this journey. And then, in the community, okay, when we talk about investing, okay, so there are some, this few, okay, there are a few investing coaches, okay, who are very famous, okay, they have got proven results, okay, but for myself, right, I have got no followers, I've got like no prior coaching experience, and I am actually not sure why anyone would listen to my advice, okay, like my knowledge. Okay, so uh, I actually cannot see a clear path like on how to make like my investing coaching as an active income, how to monetize it. Okay. But what I know is that I back then I have got an investing coach as well. Okay, so I joined the different investing communities. Okay, so I've got this investing coach. Okay, I shared my idea to him. Okay, then he told me something that is so powerful that changed my life forever, and I'm still practicing now. Give and you shall receive. Yeah, so let me repeat again.
Mhm.
So it is give and you shall receive. He explained that if I want to get something right, I need to give it for free first. And then I will get back 10 times more in return at least. So do you actually believe that?
Mm, I have no idea about this. This is the first time that I heard this thing.
Yeah. So, people will question that, no, if I want to get something, let's say if I want to get money, okay, then right now I don't have money. Okay, so how do I give money in order to get back more money, like 10 times more money? Okay, so this is like conflicting knowledge. Okay, but I want to tell you that the return, okay, the 10 times return, okay, it may not be in monetary terms. Can you say it doesn't always give you back in money, okay, but maybe in other forms that you may not expect. For example, you may get network, or you may get like some other things that will help you in achieving your goal. For me, right, I I listened to him. Okay, I didn't know how it will work for me. Okay, but I just like listen and then I just do it. Okay, because he's a very successful person. Okay, so I just follow his advice. So what I started, right, okay, it was that I start to share my knowledge, my investing knowledge for free to my friends, and then I posted on Facebook. Okay, my Facebook timeline, okay, is all about the investing kind of content, okay, the knowledge. Yeah, so that was how I started. Okay, then uh the time, right, it was already in 2020. Okay, so 2020, we all know it was the COVID period. Okay, so it was at that time I built a financial education company officially. Okay, because I've been sharing my knowledge unofficially, like previously. Okay, but that time I built a company.
Oh, that's amazing because usually a lot of shop, a lot of like company will close down because of the pandemic. But yeah, like totally different. You build a financial education company just during COVID.
Yeah, so it was that because I started to share my knowledge, and then for my closer friends, right, I actually teach them in person. Like I spend like half a day of my time, okay, to just like show them the investing basics and so on. Yeah, so there was one moment, like one day, okay, there was this one of my friends who told me that, no, you are so knowledgeable, why not you just like start a company? Okay, so like right after I started my company, okay, then the COVID came. Okay, so it was the worst time for those businesses lah. Okay, because most physical businesses, okay, they just like went down. Okay, but what I did was that I made it into an online business. Okay, so I took the wave to venture into the online world. Okay, because everyone was at home. Okay, so the time consuming in the phone, okay, in the computer, it was the highest. Yeah, so that was when, part of it is that I was lucky. Okay, so within 2 years, right, okay, I managed to scale the company to become a seven-figure company.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So you must feel like super happy just because of this, right? Like
Yeah,
after a few
because
years of, like maybe after years of, like so-called unsuccessful, then finally you are successful.
yeah. So it was like maybe the first time I realized that I was like really a successful person. Okay, but I cannot deny what I did for the past, okay, because of those failures that I had in the past, then they kind of like shaped me what I have. From 2020 to 2022, right, I had this financial education company. It was like pretty huge. Okay, then what happened was that I realized that I realized that I wasn't happy, genuinely. Okay, I was happy because I made money, but I realized that something was missing within myself. Okay, I can give you one example. Okay, because when I was coaching my students, right? Okay, so I show them the ways to invest, get the right strategies to invest, choosing the right stocks, okay, to invest. Okay, so when they make money, okay, means say when the stock price goes up, okay, they are very happy. Okay, but when the stock price goes down, right, okay, they are not happy, and then they scolded at me saying that my strategies doesn't work. Okay, but I am not the one who can control the stock price. Okay, it is the market, right? Okay, and just now I mentioned that, I don't have any control over the stock price movement. What I wanted is to take ownership of my life. Okay, so this is what I want. Okay, because previously when I was an engineer, okay, I quitted my job because I was constrained by the company, by the managers. Okay, so now like when I was doing my business, like coaching business for investing, okay, I was constrained by the stock market. I was constrained by the stock price. Yeah, so this is like, just the same thing, okay, but constrained by different matters.
Yeah, that's very sad. Like you just escape from another, then you need to face another constraint again.
Yeah. So that was when, right, I eventually, make a huge decision. Okay, I took a break, okay, from my investing career. Okay, then I practice mindfulness. Okay, I started to do meditation. Okay, so COVID at that time came east, so I was able to go out and exercise physically. When I
Hmm.
was like doing all this, I was listening to a podcast about mindfulness. Then I forgot who the author is. Okay, but it was saying that your inner self reflects your outer self. But most people, they are chasing for the outer self, which are wealth and fame, but fail to explore their inner self. So
Actually, this is quite amazing also. I mean, this sentence is quite powerful because a lot of people they just wanted to look good, but actually, like in in the inner self, they don't feel happy at all. They just want to compare with others. Like at the same time, forget who are there.
yeah, yeah. So the ultimate, culprit is the money. Yeah. So that is my ultimate goal. I want to like really take control of my life, not just about money, okay, but everything, including my mental health. Okay, I want to integrate my career with my passion while maintaining my wellness. Yet I'm able to make an income that I'm satisfied.
Yeah, instead of like, actually, a lot of people will think like money is their top priority in their whole life. Without money, they cannot do anything else. But in my opinion, I think money is important for you to do whatever you like, but you shouldn't forget anything else other than money. For example, your time, your energy, your loved ones, they are way more important than money, don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah. That is 100% true. Yeah, so that was when we met around that time, and then we shared our thoughts about this, about money, about our goals, career passions, and then we actually have the same life purpose, okay, which is we want to help other people to find their true passions, okay, to integrate their career, their passion and wellness to live a fulfilling life while having a sustainable income stream. Okay, so for Empowered Liion, okay, what we do is that we created a framework to make it easy for people to follow and execute. Yeah, so that was when Empowered Liion, this channel was born.
Yay. Yeah, I'm so happy
Yeah.
to have Daniel here because without him, both of us will not come across the framework, like until now we will still be lost because we will not know like what are we going to do next.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now, I've already shared my story, and Belle, why not you also share with the audience about your origin story?
Sure, no problem. Okay, that's my time to share my personal story with all of you right now. And I'm pretty excited because yeah, I think some of you may be related. Yeah, may be able to relate to my story. Okay, a little
Mhm.
bit background on myself. Actually, currently studying for nurse diploma in nursing overseas in Singapore with a full scholarship and a monthly allowance. It sounds a good deal, right? Yeah, it was
Wow, this
too
is
for
like crazy. Full
yeah.
scholarship with like money allowance to let you spend for your expenses.
Yeah, so imagine this, I do not have to spend any single cent to study overseas.
Wow.
Yeah, but there's a condition. I have to work for 6 years with a local hospital. But at the same time, to some of the people, they may think that they could secure a stable income and job immediately after graduation. So, for example, right now I'm currently studying in year three. So that means like one more semester I will be graduated. So a lot of people have started looking for their job, going for interview, yeah, looking for hospitals to sponsor them for future studies or whatever. But I don't have to do so just because I have a bond, which means a contract with a local hospital. Do you feel like it's a good deal?
Yeah, this is like really amazing. I remember when I was in my final year in my university, I spent more than half of the time like sending out resumes, applying for jobs and attending interviews. I think most of the audience here, you guys, you have gone through the same process. Okay, but well, you don't need to. You have got a stable job, after graduation without having
Yeah,
an interview, submitting resume, all this.
yeah. So whoever are listening to our podcast or watching our video, right? If you think that it is a good deal, let me know in the comments so that I can feel you. And actually 2 years ago, right? That means like I just finished my secondary school. I thought it is a very good deal for me because actually at that point of time I was like really, really lost. I have no idea who I wanted to become. Like what am I going to study for maybe pre-university and do for my degree. I have no idea. Like just like
Mm.
all the freshies nowadays, they do not know who they want to be. However, the stories begins here because as a nursing student, we have to go for like so-called internship. What we call is clinical attachment every semester since year one. So you don't think that year one it will be safe, okay? So after the first semester of school in the diploma here, right? So we need to go for 2 weeks of internship. So until now, I think I've been went through for 12 weeks of internship. And at the same time, I actually work as a part-time student, a so-called locum locally. And I begin to feel like incredibly stressed
Whoa.
because, yeah.
Let me just go back a bit. You said that you actually started to go for these clinical attachments since like year one, like since like semester one, right? So what can you do? No, you were just a new student. You don't have like the full knowledge of nursing yet. Okay, so what did you do back then?
Okay, that's a very funny story because all of us are actually judging the policy. Because year one, what have been tested are like the vital signs taking. Like you need to measure the blood pressure, take body temperature. That's the only thing
Oh,
that we have been tested. And in the hospital, right, we are instructed that we cannot do anything alone. Like even I think we cannot feed patient alone. We cannot go to take the blood pressure alone. Cannot take body temperature alone. We must always pair up with a nurse there. And even there's some because in the hospital it's so big, right? We are not the only student over there. They have a lot of students from different schools. For example, like we are year one students, right? So there will be year two or year three students, or even students
mhm.
that are going for the PRCP. PRCP means that the last 10 weeks of internship during the year of study before we can like really get our license in the nursing board. Yeah, we
I
cannot
see.
buddy up with them also because they are still students, right? We can only buddy up with the staff nurse over there. But um I really don't want to judge it. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like the policy is a little bit weird lah because for 12 patients, right, we only have two staff nurse over there and they are so busy, they
Oh,
need to serve the medication, serve the diet, everything. They have no time for us. And we were like I don't know what we called it, but we need to keep following them although they try to ignore us. That's not a very good feeling.
oh,
Yeah.
so I got to feel it. So even though you are a student, but you are kind of like being stressful as well.
Yep, exactly. Like I remember last time I tried to like because we really need to get the vital signs on time. For example, the most common frequency of vital signs taking is every 4 hourly. So that means like after every 4 hour we need to take vital signs for that particular patients. So there are really no one can do it at that point of time because only one staff nurse was there and the other one went for the lunch break. And actually, me and my friend just say, okay, we have been here for like 2 weeks. Why don't we just go to take the vital signs since that nothing wrong with like patient
Yeah.
can't be any I have no idea lah, but I just being scolded by my clinical instructor and she asked me to write a reflection on that matter.
Wow, that is no crazy.
Yeah, so since then, right, I don't feel really really confident to do everything alone. I feel like I'm restricted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
just let
that
me
was
continue with
what
it.
uh,
Yeah. You
yeah,
want
so
to add
that
on
was what
anything?
you were doing, during the job, right? And because I know that, you are a nurse in a hospital, and then nurses, right? You have got there must be like people standby, 24 hours in the ward. Okay, so how is your shift look like?
Oh, okay. So as a staff nurse there, they will be having three shifts in total. The first one is the morning shift from 7 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then afternoon shift will be 12:30 to 9:30 p.m. Some hospital will have different policy, but
Mhm.
the timing is around the same. And the night shift, actually night shift I don't really know because I have never worked night shift before, but I can roughly tell you is from I don't remember it's from 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the next morning. Yeah, that's a very long shift. But as a student, it's good that I have to only work for morning shift and afternoon shift. But although you see the timing is like quite flexible, right? You can go out
Mhm.
earlier, come back earlier also. You can have a lot of rest time. But um the in reality, right, it is not like that. I was like dying during my internship because the worst scenario is, for example, today I work for my afternoon shift, so I can only go back at around 9:30 p.m. And then the next day I have my morning shift. That means let's say 9:30 I ended my shift, right? Then I go back, it's 10:30. After 10:30 I need to shower. I need to prepare my stuff for the next day. It's about 11. So I can only sleep at 11. Then the next day I have to wake up latest at 5 to avoid me from being late. Yeah, so in between I have only like 6 hours plus of sleep. I don't think that is enough for me. Yeah.
Wow, and you are just a student working for morning and afternoon shift. I cannot imagine for the full-time nurses, they are working the night shift together with the normal shift, right? Okay, so how would their behavior like get the routines?
Yeah, that's what I worry about. I'm so worried that like, when I pass out as a nurse, will I will I still be like energetic enough to serve my patient or not since I have no enough rest. Yeah. What's more
Yeah.
is as a nurse, right, we have to stand for 8 hours in a row. Like we cannot sit down at all. I'm not really sure about those nurses in the hospital, but as a student, we cannot sit down. If not, we'll be scolded by our clinical instructors again. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's really bad. And the common one is we cannot touch our phones at all as well. Like if we are touching our phone for non-work related matters, right, we'll be warned and I have no idea what will happen next. Yeah.
And do you eat during lunch?
During lunch, of course we'll be having lunch, but our lunch will never be on time. Like a lot of people, like doctors or even nurses, always advise patients to like eat on time, right? And drink more
Hmm.
water, right? But
Yeah.
as a nurse, right, actually, we didn't really have our lunch on time. Never, I would say. Because
Wow.
during lunchtime, we have to serve lunch to patients. And we can only have our lunch either, I think, before 11 or after 2 p.m. Yeah, that's really
Okay, so it
bad.
is never during the lunch hours, but it's like before or after.
Yeah, because for me personally, I'm okay to have lunch in between, like maybe at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. But before 11 is a little bit too early for me. I think at the time I just finished my breakfast, then I still have to eat my lunch. That's a little bit too early to be honest. Then for
Yeah.
2 p.m., it's a little bit too late. Yeah,
Wow.
and then um water bottles, of course, is not allowed in wards. Like certain wards, they're allowed people to bring water bottles in, but due to infection controls, right, then we are no longer allowed to bring our water bottle in. That means when you need to drink water, right, you have to go to the staff pantry, which is quite far from your ward lah.
Mm. Wow,
Yeah.
I can hear that no nurses or doctors they're not an easy job.
Yeah, exactly. It's not actually a lot of job, all of the job are not easy, just that the point of difficulty, right, is different.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, most importantly, like I didn't find my value in nursing because I felt myself replaceable. Like I wasn't important enough to be needed over there.
Oh, it is like working in a restaurant and then most of the people there they are replaceable, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of like, because before I joined nursing, I thought I watch a lot of drama like in hospital, right? Or even documentary. I saw the nurses are all assisting doctors to save lives. But when I really step into the nursing field, right, I feel like I was more like a waiter in a hospital. Just that the environment is different. The thing that you serve is kind of different also. But we do serve food, coffee, and tea. So in the hospital, as a junior, right, our main work is all about serving coffee and tea, changing diapers, clothes, and bed sheets, pick up the food deliveries for patients, shower them, and transfer them around.
Wow, this is like not this is not what I thought of as a nurse.
Yeah, exactly. Because I can share one very interesting story with you. I remember I was like a few months ago, I was working as a locum in a hospital. Then I have a patient who is like bed-bounded. That means like he cannot walk by himself. He's on high fall risk. He has a very high risk for fall. So we need to transfer him here and there lah. Then one day he suddenly told me that he has ordered food delivery. Then he gave me his order code and then asked me to go downstairs to pick up the deliveries for him.
Oh, crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, then I feel like I don't think this is a like job scope of a nurse, but yeah, it is what it is. Actually, all of these were not what I dream of. I wanted to save people and give them hope instead.
Yeah, so you have already experienced how a nurse uh do in real life instead of what you have imagined. Okay, so what were you thinking?
Actually, at the same time, right, instead of like just give up and not doing anything, I tried different ways to improve myself. For example, I work as a journalist and content creator, earning some money at the same time. And at the same time, also, I participated in mentorship programs, hoping to find a solution to escape my current situation.
Oh, so you were a journalist, like you did a full-time journalist or you were a student journalist, something like that.
What we call is like a cadet journalist. That means like we were still students, then we joined under a publisher, and we will help to like go to interview people, write articles about them or articles about an event. Then we can submit to the publisher, and they will help us to publish the the article if it is approved.
I see. So you were studying nursing and you also work as a cadet journalist, making money from that, right? And what happened next? Like what do we want to pursue?
Oh, okay. So actually, I participated in a few of mentorship programs also. Like I wanted to seek the advice from those people who has more experience than me, right? Because the mentors that they invited are all professionals. However, the reply that I got when I seek advice from them, right? Everyone just told me to continue working as a nurse because it was the best option for me. I feel pretty speechless.
Because it was the most stable job for you and you don't need to like worry for money again.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people will think maybe I'm silly or whatever. Like I got such a good offer, but I just want to give it up. Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
Then what's next is actually I really wanted to give up, but but my family couldn't support me financially to pursue higher education or pay back the bond because if I broke the bond, right, then I'll have to pay around USD 120,000.
Wow, that is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot because at the same time, I do not have a really stable income. Although I work as a career journalist or a content creator, right, they are just all of my side income. I need a proper income to support me to pay the bond. Yeah. Then I feel truly disappointed and desperate lah.
Yeah, if I were in your shoes, no, I would not know how to do that.
Yeah. Then you know what? Everybody listen this up. Things changed when I met Daniel. So when we met, right, we came across a framework, tested it out on ourselves, and finally we found our life's calling, which is we want everyone to do what they love without worrying about money, time, or energy. At the same time, this is what we are doing currently. So, just to update y'all, like a little bit about my current status, right? I'm going to graduate in May 2025, which is like a few months after this month, just a few months to
Mhm.
go. And I will need to start paying for the bond immediately after that. Yeah.
Wow, so you like because you will graduate next year, like mid of next year, and you have to start, you have to get enough income before that to start paying for the bond, right?
Yeah. So just because we actually have found what we are loving to do, what we love to do, and we find ways to monetize it, then for now, right, actually I'm no longer afraid because the amount can be easily handled. Thus, Daniel and I actually wanted to share the secret to being successful in life by doing things you love with everyone. Right.
Yeah. So I want to tell you that you are really amazing, Belle, because you
Oh,
started on these things, like you started to look for other ways to to improve your current situation, to escape your current situation, while you are still in school. Okay, but for me, right, I actually only started my journey, after I graduated. Okay, so mean to say, you are more ahead than me. Okay, of course, I'm a few years older than you. Okay, but when you reach my age, okay, I think you will, do much better than me.
actually, because of you, you have like went through this much experience, right? That's why you can
Mhm.
like share a lot of things with me. Then only we can come across the framework. Without your
Yeah,
experiences, I don't think we can we can have our own business today. So
yeah, that is true.
yeah. So, everybody who are listening to this podcast or watching this video, feel free to share your opinion towards both of our stories below if you have any feedback or any comments. And if you would like to do so, you can share with us your stories as well. We'll be replying you at our earliest availability. And actually, Daniel and I really can't wait to see you transform and become the person you want to be.
Yeah, because this is what we are doing right now, and we wish you also become the person, okay, the one that you will be doing your passion. Can we say you are working on your passion, okay, as your career, okay, you are making your income, okay, while you are still maintaining, okay, your physical and most importantly your mental wellness.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so with that, okay, we shall end today's uh podcast and YouTube video series.
Yeah, till we meet again.
Bye.
Bye.